All right, and we're live, pal. Once again, baby. So, hi, Andy here, and just want to make sure all the notifications and everything is to Gucci's. Hopefully, the announcement goes off. Give me a. Sometimes it takes a minute, so I just got to make sure everything's public and we are good to go. Okay, cool. Oop. All right. So, how is you guys doing today? All right, cool. It came up. Awesome. Cool. So we'll share the live stream on the tweeters, and we're going here, huh? Cool. So dang. All right. Nice. Just looking through some notifications here. We'll get going here shortly. Cool. So actually, just to make sure everything is good with lag, earlier I was trying to be safe, you know. So cool. All right. So everything is live once again. Well, not that it ever wasn't, but you know, just checking. Okay. We'll get to you in a second. Okay, let me just answer something real quick. Yeah. Okay. Right. 3. Okay. Hold on a sec. Designers, artists. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. Let's answer some messages on stuff. So anyway, now that we got that all settled, let's go ahead and eat some late lunch. I was working on some stuff for my business group. I don't even know if I'm going to use it for the presentation, to be honest, but I just wanted to try something out. Working for some mascot characters, maybe possibly we'd use. Not sure. Anyway, let's get to the topic at hand here, right? I love those YouTubers that are like, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And they say it for like 10 minutes, and then the last 2 minutes is like, okay, guys, here's the video. Oh, we're out of time. Okay, bye. You know? Anyway, so as you saw in the thumbnail, got some jasmine green tea, the generic shit from 7-Eleven. So it's really cheap and good. So, you know. Also got the green smoothie from there too. These are more akin to like the naked smoothies, although I think they taste better, a lot less frothy. So they do have all like the nutrients and stuff, but they're not quite as natural of a smoothie as the ones from like Natural Lawson's, for instance. But they're still pretty good, and they're in like all the convenies, pretty much. So pick them up anywhere. Then at 7-Eleven, the thing I love about 7-Eleven is they have some bomb-ass sandwiches. So if you want to get like onigiri and shit like that, you can get that anywhere. But the thing that separates 7-Eleven from like Lawson's and Family Mart are the bomb-ass sandwiches. And they do have the triangle variety too, if you're into that sort of thing. But these are actually like my go-to for breakfast. These and the onigiri. Just depends on what I'm in the mood for. But I like the sandwiches because there's more room to like put stuff on. So tuna salad, dinner fish sandwich. Plenty of room to put some spices and more mayo and whatever else I want to. And also these big boys. Fucking Protein Zilla right here. Fucking crazy. This one is a chicken, egg, broccoli, and basil sauce one. The ones I had previous had like coleslaw, and some had like chili sauce, and they always like change the configuration up every couple months or so. But the basic ingredients, you know, chicken, eggs, some kind of leafy component, and then they change like the sauce and some other things. But yeah, it's kind of the basic gist. So we got those. Yeah, that's pretty much it for what I got. I also got some condiments here because you got to practice safe eating. Always wear your condiments. So I got the little bottle of mayonnaise, the Kewpie mayonnaise. I don't know if you can see that in the camera. Probably not. But it's got the little like Kewpie engraved or like impressed logo on there. So you can't really see it unless you like shine the light on it. But whatever. Anyway, also got this stuff from the import shop, Cajun seasoning. This stuff's fucking bomb. I use it in like pretty much everything back home too, back in Mercagen land, and just sprinkle a little bit or a lot of it on stuff and make it taste good. So whatever. So first up, we'll open up the tuna sando. Whatever. I like looking at the wrapper. The inside, not the outside. That's how you get the cologne macaroni. And that's no good. So, yeah, so you got your little tuna sando here. Nothing too spectacular about it. But we'll go ahead. Actually, let me point the camera down so you can see what the fuck I'm doing. Yeah, I'm in shorts. What about it? Don't give a fuck. So just open it up a little bit to get a little more room. And we're just gonna put a bunch of fucking Cajun seasoning in here because your boy like it. So there you go. And then put some mayo in that bitch too, because you know your boy like it. Yeah. And then whoop. Then we'll crack open that tea. We'll just go from there. So, yeah. So how you guys doing today, tonight, whenever you're watching this? Don't be shy. Say something in the chat. While I'm stuffing my face and not talking. So, yo, Jay, it's been a while, dude. How you doing? I'm just hanging in there, man. Like, at least mix it up. Well, whatever. Shut up, nerd. I don't care. Yeah, it's, you know, near the end of the semester, so I'm just hanging in there, working on final projects and other things I gotta do to wrap things up. Thankfully, I got the more serious stuff done. The class I was having problems with, so I just got to go and redo some things, but I can deal with that later. It's fine. But definitely improved my grade, so feel good about that. So yeah. Then after we get that all done, I've already requested to apply for a job visa. So still in Japan or what? Oh yeah, I'm still out here. If you couldn't tell from the food I'm eating. I mean, maybe not this so much, but with this, yeah. So, yep, still out and about in Habon land. Gonna be graduating next month, so I'll be going for a job hunting visa. Gonna be, you know, just doing some work and stuff for the next couple months until my school gets started with a bachelor's program, and then we're gonna be switching back to that. So it's actually for the best that they're making me wait a little bit, because I've just been burnt the fuck out with school for a while. I haven't really had much of a break. So just been burnt out. So it'll be nice to just work and not have to worry about school for a while. Oh, that whole thing? That's already been documented, dude. Like, I did a podcast interview with the King of Kanto podcast. It was a really short little chop job they did. They're good people, but it was very abbreviated. But it hit, all the main points. So best to check them out there. So. But if you just want the TLDR, it's, I wanted to take a little break while I was finishing up final projects a couple semesters back. And he fucking flipped a biscuit, or several biscuits in his case. And, kicked me from his Discord, gave me like a whole long, voice messages online saying how much of a piece of shit I am and how he doesn't want to see me, doesn't want to know me, all this other shit. While we were staying at the same guest house, which I was planning on moving out, from there eventually anyway. That just kind of expedited it. So I was like, okay. So, yeah, I haven't talked with them or even watched this stuff since. So, don't care. Much rather focus on building myself up versus having to deal with that shit anymore. So I was tempted to make a video on my own channels talking about it, but I don't know. I'm just worried it's just gonna come off all wrong. It'll just it's kind of like inviting the vampire in, where if I make a video saying, oh, this is the truth between me and Tico Sam, or, Tico Sam screwed me over or whatever, you got to clickbait it up a little bit. But, eventually, overall, it's just going to bring more attention to him. And I don't want to do that. Not on my platforms anyway. I don't mind talking about it on these live streams because, they're going to be unlisted anyway. So, fuck it. Yeah, I suppose. But overall, it's just, I don't want my channel to be known as a drama channel, because I know that video is going to do really well comparatively. So people look up Andy Japandi or any of this other stuff, that'll be the first result, the truth between me and Tico Sam, or what happened, or whatever the case. But I have actually been, kind of loosening my stance on it a bit. So I'm thinking about putting something out there, just because I know a lot of you guys have been asking about it. So I don't know. But I'm not really going to be focusing on making my own videos until after school, because I want to make sure not only finish the semester strong, but finish this term in college strong as well, so I get my degree and can move on. So, YouTube has been kind of a weird thing with me, just because I love doing YouTube, obviously, but even my videos that don't really have a lot to them in terms of B-roll and visual effects and all that cool fancy schmancy shit, they do take time to put together and stuff. And thankfully, with a better computer and know what I'm doing with editing, it's a lot less time than it was before. Before it would take me hours put stuff together. Now it's just maybe an hour or two at most, if that. Usually because I get a little ADD and start surfing for another hour, and it's like, oh shit, that's right, I gotta edit a video. So anyway, gotta stay on topic, right? But here's the little chicken sando with some eggs, chicken, leafy thing, and some basil sauce, apparently. So let me open it up. There it is, like here. It kind of looks like guacamole, but yeah. So let's give it a taste as it is. With actually, you know what? Fuck it. We'll I can't put quite as much stuff as I did on the tuna fish sandwich because there's a lot less room. But I could still, spice it up a little. And sadly, I won't be able to mix it up because I'll just be lucky to get all of it in there in the first place. But, yeah. I just like a little bit, Because, like, Japanese mayonnaise has, like, a unique taste to it versus, like, regular mayonnaise from back in Merkgen land. It has kind of a... Because it's, like, more egg content to it, so... Yeah, I thought about that. I actually used to do that, but my data plan doesn't support it. So I used to do that, but the live streams just looked like shit. And there was one time where my data was throttled for like a month. So like I couldn't. The only thing I could get on my phone was like Gmail, barely, for like a month. So yeah, it's a little difficile. Yes. Yes. So yeah, but that is something I wanted to do, and and I was also thinking about those like Japan ASMR type, not really ASMR, but like those raw walkabout type videos. I'm not going to do them live because there's too many logistical shit going on. Plus, the live feed will look like shit. I've done it before on my Indie Japan channel with the Breakfast in Tokyo series. Just walking around, because the whole idea was to like walk to a convenience store because those are the only things that are open in the morning. Like restaurants and stuff, unless they're the 24-hour ones, aren't open. Not a whole lot of breakfast options in Japan. Not real big on breakfast around here. But yeah, I just had a bit of an identity crisis with Japan content as well. Like this whole break with making videos actually came at a pretty good time because I was feeling pretty burnt out. That was one of the main reasons why I kind of slowed down on making videos. In addition to school, they just happened to coincide. But yeah, it's just with Japan content, it's kind of hard to make something that'll stand out because like everybody that lives in Japan makes Japan content. So, how am I going to make stuff that will separate me from everybody else? And it's kind of a balance because like you don't want to make something that's like too esoteric. There's schools of thought in like make the kind of shit that Westerners love about Japan. Do like the konbini food reviews and showing convenience stores and showing vending machines and Hachiko Crossing and all this other shit. No, Japan, kooky Japan, man. But it's all been like done to death at this point. So for me, I just want to talk more about my experience in Japan. But I just want to do it just talking about my experience, not really like saying I'm like a Japanese expert or anything. Just kind of gauging my reactions with the goings on out here. But I definitely do want to do more stuff outside. You know, a lot of the outside videos I really love doing, like the Yokosuka video. Love doing that one. So I'm thinking once school's done, you're definitely going to see an influx of that quality content from me. Not just in Japan stuff, but in other things as well. Because I also have a video tutorial channel that is sadly ignored for the most part, that I'm going to make more content for. So. Yeah, it was kind of pointless putting that Cajun seasoning on here. The basil just overpowers it, so can't even taste it, you know. Oh. Yeah, that's true. Could do a podcast talking about it. Something I was thinking about, actually. But I'll probably, if I do a podcast, probably just keep it on YouTube for the storage and everything. Because if I had like off-site, you know, audio files and stuff like that, it, you know, once it starts bringing in some money, then I can reconsider. But I don't know. It hit different when you've been out here, because I'm like at that phase, like past the honeymoon phase. We're like, oh my gosh, I'm in Japan, and in Japan everything is wonderful. You know, so it's kind of hard to come to terms with that, because Japan has been my escape for most of my life. You know, whether I was actually in it or thinking about it or watching videos about it or looking at pictures about it. You know, it's been on my brain for fucking decades, really. But, you know, one of those things when you get in your 30s, it's, I don't know, you don't really have those, like, life is awesome type moments where you can just, like, be in the moment anymore, you know? Yeah. But on the other hand, I'm not saying this, you know, I'm not saying all this to be like, oh, I'm moving back to America or whatever, or that I'm like jaded with Japan. I am to an extent, but I still do like living here. Don't get me wrong. You know, love being here. Otherwise, I would have hopped on the first plane back to America. You know, I have the money for it, so that's not an issue. But beyond that, it would just be way too expensive for me to move back altogether. You know, so not only would I have to afford the plane ticket, I had to find an apartment, I had to find a car, I had to find a job, and you know, meanwhile I'm all set up here, so it just makes sense for me to stay here for the time being. You know, maybe after I've put some more money in savings, I could reconsider. But as far as like outlets and stuff like that goes, you know, I'm going to be shifting more towards, you know, my video editor side, just because it's always been there. You know, I never really put a focus on it. But I think just kind of taking myself out of the equation in terms of content goes, I think that's going to be the strategy moving forward. And that's not to say that, you know, I'll never do Japan content again, or I'll never do personal vlogs or any other stuff ever again. It's just they're not going to be the priority anymore. You know, I'll just kind of do them whenever. But the main focus is going to be on not only helping others create the content that they want to put out there. And that's actually something I'm going to be doing with this job hunting visa, is I'm going to be looking for production companies, other YouTubers, stuff like that, to edit for, you know, which is totally possible to do. I mean, I've not only done it, I'm doing it. You know, like I actually have a Premiere project open for Eric Surf 6. And granted, I can't get by just editing for him, but you know, it's a start, and it'll allow me to build a body of work to where I can go work for other people, you know. So that's why I want to. That's why I want to build up my Atom Media channel. Ooh. That one went up the wrong pipe. Which is my video editing channel. You know, in addition to doing like video editing tutorials and shit like that, which I know get views and money. I also want to talk more about the freelance experience, you know, earning passive income, stuff like that, from more of a small creator side of the house. So I know like the popular thing for a lot of similar channels is to talk about, you know, maybe from like a medium-sized creator, from a large creator side of the house, you know, because you see like the big numbers and like, oh, wow, it's so amazing. But I think it's also good to know from someone, you know, lower on the spectrum in terms of views, subs, all that kinds of stuff. Kind of see what they're able to get. Yeah, basically. And so it'll help, you know, build up a compelling narrative for more people to like, comment, and subscribe, all this other stuff. You know, and that's the reason I did a lot of like the Andy Before Japandi, which later turned to Andy Talks Japandi. Kind of talk about the process of me going to Japan versus me being here. You know, but as far as answering Steve's question, any other parts of Japan I'd like to live in? There's a lot, man. You know, I think, to be honest, once I start making some more money consistently, and I don't have to deal with school as much, because I will go back to school eventually. I'm just going to be taking a little break while they're getting started with their bachelor's program, because they're not going to offer it in the spring. I've been told that they're going to offer it in the summertime. So I basically just have to wait until the summer and then reapply. So for like 5 or 6 months, just hang in there, basically. But as far as other parts of Japan, would definitely love to visit Kansai. You know, a lot of my friends live down there too, so they're always like, man, you guys should come down here. It's like so awesome and so not like Tokyo and, you know, all this other stuff, and it's way cheaper. And I'm like, you had me at a hello, basically. Thanks, Jay. I really appreciate it. You know, we all go through peaks and valleys and stuff, but sorry, ADD moment. Anyway, getting back to the other parts of Japan question though. Obviously Kansai area, so like Osaka. I don't know about Kyoto because it's a little too touristy for my taste. Plus, I don't know how living there would be. It'd be an interesting take though, because not a lot of YouTubers that I know of that live in Kyoto do videos out there. So that'd be interesting. Having people like living in Osaka, Kobe, stuff like that. Those are like the main places that people live in. They're in the Kansai area. It would also be nice, pretty interesting to live down in Fukuoka. You know, I've seen like all kinds of gorgeous places out there, thanks to Michaela, and Rachel and June live down there now too. So they haven't really been posting as much, but of the stuff they have been posting. It's pretty neat, I think. Yeah, I'm living in a guest house right now. But I have my own like private room, so it's not so bad. It's not like living in the box like it was before. It's nice to have just like a private room where I can work in peace and do these live streams or whatever, or make YouTube videos without worrying about people walking in or whatever. And plus, it's like way cheaper than getting an apartment. I don't have to pay like a whole bunch of upfront money, and rent's pretty reasonable. And I live pretty close to Tokyo, so if I have to go in for work, it's not that bad. Yeah, I guess so, but like my brain is so ADD with stuff. It's like it completely resets when somebody walks in, so it's hard to like focus on what I was talking about before. And so for some people, it might piss them off. So yeah, that was kind of nice at the old guest house, just getting to know a bunch of different people. But Oh, nice. Yeah, I mean, obviously with the Clan World Tour, there's not a whole lot of tourists going to Kyoto. Yeah, for sure. Definitely want to visit first, and then, if I like what I see, which I think I will, then I might move. Maybe. I don't know. With work and stuff, it's kind of difficult to be like completely away from Tokyo, because this is like the foreigner hub. It's an international community, so this is where all the jobs and stuff are. So you have to understand they love when a Japanese person walks in. Yeah. And I got to get my Nihongos up before I get into that, which is another thing. I was looking to study up on Japanese when I was out here, but between school, work, and trying not to die in between, just yeah. But that's something else I want to do once school's over with, is get like really serious about learning Japanese. Oh. Because I'm not where I need to be, for sure. And plus, I think people out in Kansai, they yeah, exactly. And that's another problem too. Like I'm just kind of all over the place. I'm just trying to fucking hold everything together. Basically. Yeah, true. Well, if I knew that, I would already be doing it. So. It's like I want to do all those things that I talked about, but they all require a huge time investment. So overall, right now, what takes overall what takes priority right now is my career. So once I start making them fat stacks, then I can afford to actually do all that stuff. So, well. It is 3:49 p.m., Siobhan. Oh, 3:50 p.m. now. Just changed. Oh, goodness. Yeah, like I said, it's a late lunch. I was planning on eating earlier, obviously, but was working on some stuff, so kind of lost track of time. My body's like, hey, should probably eat something. I'm like, oh shit, yeah, probably. I decided to hop on the live stream just real quick for something. Yeah, doing good, dude. Doing good. Just hanging in there, you know. So. Yeah. Oh man, I think I'm gonna take a shower after this. I'm just had a lot to drink yesterday because it was Saturday, so I just wanted to chill. And yeah, brain's just kind of. It's gonna be for business administration now, with an emphasis on communications. And from there, yeah, originally I wanted to go into like just communications, but yeah, I think ultimately right now, with the way things are, it would be in my best interest to focus on stuff outside of YouTube, as far as like my own content goes, because like you said, I'm just kind of all over the place. So it just makes sense to get other stuff in my life in order, and then just go from there. So, ultimately, like work-wise, I want to continue to do video editing, but in order to make it practical, other than just a part-time side hustle, I have to start editing for clients, with bigger budgets. And it's just a matter of putting in the work, keep making stuff, keep putting in resumes and all that stuff, man. So and this break from YouTube, aside from like live streams and an occasional video, has really taught me that I really need to focus on getting my other stuff in my life in order first. Otherwise, this will just continue to be a hobby, which is fine. I don't mind this YouTube stuff. It's finishing up my degree in Japan, studying while working in Japan. Yeah, for sure. Because like with me, I like to, especially with work, I like to really go in with it, and trying to juggle school and work. A lot of times, I end up focusing more on work than I do school, and some bad grades start to happen, and it's that fine line. Obviously here in Japan, I have to limit myself, based on stuff. But even if that wasn't the case, I'd have to carve out time for schoolwork and whatnot. And thankfully, we're doing online classes, so I don't have to like drag myself out to Shinjuku anymore for class, which wasn't so bad in the afternoons, but those morning classes, man, that shit was fucking brutal. Even when I was living in Nakano, it was fairly close by. Like the morning commute into Shinjuku, it's terrible. Hey. So definitely don't miss that. Like, as long as I can get from my bed to here, I'm good. So that's the part I do like. And plus, with doing video editing, I don't have to go out. I mean, I do for some gigs I do, but there's others where it's all done online, so I don't have to like physically be anywhere. You know. Then there's some where you have to like go into the office and other stuff. It just varies. But yeah, right now I'm finalizing a potential job for once I graduate. So once I get the visa situation, because he told me once I get the visa situation under control, then I'll be able to start, be able to work on that stuff. And then once, start earning a couple paychecks. Oh, yeah? Nice. iFunny? Isn't that site that like takes all the memes that have been like reposted everywhere and just slaps the little watermark and just like, so funny and original? I've seen a couple of those around. Oh, okay. Maybe they changed. I don't know. You just make like sketch comedy or something like that. Oh, sorry. Just spacing out. Wait. Oh, shit. I didn't realize how late it was. Oh, it won't let you. Yeah, it's kind of fucky with that stuff. But it is what it is. I mean, we're still on Discord, so you just message me there. But anyway, guys, I gotta get going because got some homework and other stuff to work on. So we'll just end the stream here. So with that said, this is the Andy Sound. Sign up for now. As always, forever. See you next time. Catch you later, guys. Bye.